morning. This is Deanna with Food Bank Beautiful. It is about 10:45 in the morning and I am going to make a smoothie. And one of the viewers asked me to show a couple of the smoothies that I make because she has never made them before. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, let me see what I've got here. I have some frozen bananas, Food Bank. I have a big mix of frozen fruit. All of that is Food Bank, and I have some strawberries, which are Food Bank, and I have the last little bit of my blueberries before I can get into that big bag of blueberries. I don't know if we'll use all those today or not. So this one is so simple. This one has nothing extra. So I added 1.5 cups of water, and to that, I'm going to add some bananas. And my bananas look like that. I just cut them up and freeze them. And then when I want to make a smoothie, I gather them up and throw them into the blender. Now I'm going to blend this, and I'll bring you back after I blend it because nobody wants to listen to that, okay? Okay, now you can see that I have a nice banana milky mixture there. I'm going to pry the lid off with my little old hands. And I'm going to add the blueberries. Now, my husband loves the blueberry ones, but I still have quite a bit. So I think I have more than I thought I did. I'm only going to add, I'm adding them all. Okay, there's all my blueberries. I have a number of strawberries, so I'm going to add those. And I'm going to mix those up, and then I'll add other ingredients. Okay, let me turn this off. Okay, to that, so I've got blueberries and strawberries in there. I'm going to add a handful of this mix of frozen fruit. It's going to be mostly a handful of grapes. So I have grapes and bananas in here. I have a few chunks of, looks like peaches left at the bottom. See if I can grab those. It doesn't really matter. I'll grab the grapes, some extra banana. There's some chunks of pineapple maybe. Nope, I think that's still peaches. Okay, I'm gonna have to add a little bit of water. Hold on. Now, instead of water, you could be adding milk, you could be adding yogurt, you could be adding any of your plant-based milks, or you could be adding coconut milk or water, which I do love to add, but for this first one, we're just keeping it simple, right? You can make a smoothie out of anything. So let me mix this up and I'll come. All right, last but not least, I'm going to add a handful of these greens. Had a lot of arugula in these greens, and last time I used them, I absolutely loved it. So let me add that, just a nice handful, about like that. And let's get that in there. I'm going to add a dried lemon or lime slice, or maybe even an orange slice. Probably an orange. Kind of like that citrusy flavor. So I dehydrated some oranges and I use them exactly for this purpose. I'm going to throw 3 in there and a lemon. That should make, oh, it smells so good. That should make it nice and bright. Let me blend this up and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, our smoothie is completely mixed up. You can see that it looks like that. I'm going to go ahead and give it a taste. It's real important to taste your smoothie before you pull it out so you can adjust it if needed. Whoops, double dipping the spoon. It's me, my husband, and Grandma, and nobody cares. Okay. I'm glad I said that. I think it does need some additional fruit, so I'm going to add some additional fruit. Okay, I added a whole banana, fresh one, and I added another handful of strawberries and about 3 tablespoons of strawberry jam, and it is perfect. Let's pour it up and see what happens. This will be for my husband. All right. And there you have it. Smoothies for me and my husband. And I'll check and see if Grandma wants a little. Usually she will drink some smoothie for me, so we will see. All right, I will add this in a smoothie clip with 2 or 3 other smoothies, and when it posts, it posts. All right, ta-ta. Okay, it is now about 10:45, and I decided that I am going to make a smoothie. So I pulled out some ingredients. First I thought I was going to make, maybe I will. I was going to do an orange, strawberry, banana, but my strawberries were in big clumps. But I see that I have some in the bottom of this frozen fruit bowl. So I'm going to go ahead and pick those out, and we're going to start with those strawberries, just like that. I've got some frozen banana that got tossed in here. I'm going to grab it. Ooh, that's cold. Freezes my little fingers right off. So I'm going to start with that, and we will see what kind of a smoothie we can make this morning. Now, I have some Coconut Dream open, so I'm going to go ahead and add about a cup of this, maybe a little bit more. And I never worry about making too much, and I'll show you why. Let me put that back in the fridge. Because I freeze my leftover smoothie, and then I just throw it into the next smoothie that I'm going to make. This is like a nice blueberry flavor. So I've got, oh, it's so cold. It's hurting my fingers. Ooh, wow, that is very cold. So I'm only going to throw in 2 chunks, throw that back into the freezer, and use some of that next time. Here are these oranges that we peeled this morning. And I am going to throw in about, oh, I don't know, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what that does. Sometimes I like to add a couple tablespoons of jam or cherry syrup. If it's not sweet enough, you know I like my stuff sweet. So let me turn this off. Well, let me show you what it looks like. Okay, let me go ahead and blend this. I'm not going to have you listen to that, okay? Okay, I tasted that, and I feel like I'm going to add the rest of this frozen berry mixture from a day or 2 ago. Let's get that in there. And I want to taste that first after I blend it, and if it's just not right, I'm going to add a little bit of that cherry syrup that you and I, well, it was supposed to be cherry jam. It was my fail, but honest to God, I love it now. It's so good. I throw it in smoothies when I need a little extra sweetness. Let me go ahead and blend. Okay, I added a little strawberry syrup to that, and it is delicious. I'm going to go ahead and pour one now. Our guy upstairs is sitting on the back porch with my husband. He's helping him with a bunch of yard work today. So he's going to have a smoothie. Addie wants his smoothie a little bit later today, and that's fine. I'm going to just put this in the, leave it in the refrigerator for him maybe. Let me go give this one, look at it, to our neighbor. I tasted it, and it's delicious. I'm going to add some greens to mine, but I'm going to pull out some for Addie first. All right, our neighbor got ours, but I decided that I want to add some kale to mine. So I'm going to add, just a little bit of kale. It doesn't have to be an overwhelming amount. Just a handful. It freezes beautifully. It breaks beautifully. You just toss it in there. Just do a little first. Make sure you like the greens in your smoothies before you go whole hog. Let me blend this, and then we'll see what we've got. Okay, we are done. You've probably heard me or other people tell you this every time, but before you sit down and drink your smoothie, put water in your mixer and run it through, and it'll just clean your mixer beautifully, and you will not be swearing like a sailor an hour later when it's all dried on and you want to clean and put your mixer away. Okay, now here is my smoothie right here. And it's looking like a little odd color because I put the kale in it, but it absolutely tastes delicious. Here's my husband's. I'm just going to put his in the refrigerator and it should be fine. If it gets a little too warm, I'll add some more frozen fruit to it. It'll be perfect. And here is some additional smoothie that I'm just putting in a baggie. And like you saw me today, I will add that to my next smoothie and it'll be perfect. All right, I think that's 3 smoothies I've showed you. Maybe we'll do another one. I don't know, but I love my smoothies and I hope you do too. Okay, it is Wednesday at about 10:23. Grandma was up very early this morning, but she went back to bed and she just got up again. So I just fed her breakfast. She had cheese toast, fresh oranges and strawberries, coffee, and apple juice. I think Addie got up early this morning and had, you know, some scrumptious thing of bread. I did find this in my toaster oven after I toasted Grandma's cheese sandwiches. So apparently he forgot a piece of the bagel. This is now going to go into the chicken feed bag, and they'll get it this afternoon. They're also going to get some other things out of the refrigerator. Now, this is the 3rd smoothie that I am going to make, and I'm going to make this one not fancy because you can make smoothies with whatever you have. You don't need juice, you don't need milk, you don't need coconut milk, you don't need coconut dream. You just need some water and some fruit, and you will still get a beautiful smoothie. So here's to us, babes. I'm going to put about 2 cups of water in this. I want a big smoothie this morning, and I'm pretty sure Addie will want a big smoothie, and I think we'll sit outside and talk mush mush to each other. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so let's get this started. To this, I have the Maine blueberries. And I'm going to go ahead and open that bag and use that this morning. I have some frozen banana that I want to use. This isn't in my pretty Tupperware, so I want to use that up. I have some frozen kale that I want to use. And I might throw in, remember when I did these, when I picked all my oranges clean and then just threw them in the freezer? Oh, those are hard, like little hockey pucks. We'll see. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Now, I'm not going to do the blending on camera for you because it's loud and nobody wants to listen to that. It's like listening to a root canal, right? It'll send you over the edge. So you can just say thank you to me now for sparing you that hideous noise, okay? I am in the middle of canning potatoes. I have some food preservation jobs to do. If you watched my food bank yesterday, you know I got some rhubarb. I need to take care of that. I've got some greens that I need to decide if I can use them up fresh in the next 2 or 3 days or if I need to pop those in the freezer. And I am never worried about freezing my greens because I always come back to them and use them up. So let's get this show on the road. I have opened my bag of blueberries. I'm going to put this into a better container, but gosh, they smell so good, you guys. We're just going to add, can you guys, no, because that would just be too easy to ask it to stay, right? How about right there? Okay, I'm going to add, you know, a fair amount of blueberries, about that many. And I'm going to blend that first. So we're going to stick on the lid because I don't want to climb up on my counter and, you know, scrape stuff off the ceiling. I'll come back. Okay, I have blended up my blueberries and my water. And I just want to taste and see how sweet these blueberries are. Now, Addie and I are going to be the only ones drinking this smoothie this morning. We've been married for 17, 18, 19 years. Well, we haven't been married that long, but, you know, we've been together for, seems like, forever. So I'm not worried about my spoon dipping in and out. So, you know, just breathe in, you guys, and let it out. Just breathe in. It's going to be okay. Let's taste these blueberries. Okay. A little bit bit watery at this point, so I am going to start adding additional fruit and see what we get. I think that I'm going to add the bananas. And this is a big old chunk of frozen ones. I don't love it when I do it this way for this very reason. When I put in the small banana chunks, it's just easier for the blender to hold it. Some of those are stuck together pretty hard. I don't know if I can break off anymore. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, let's try that. Did I walk away from you guys? Yes, I did, because I'm stinking rude. Stinking rude this morning. This is what it looks like right now. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that up. Okay, let's take another taste and see what we think. It has a beautiful creamy texture. Tastes pretty good. I, however, am going to add some more blueberries. I really want a blueberry flavor. Whoa, girlfriend. What have you done? Girlfriend, look at that. All right, that's a lot of smoothie. So Addie and I are probably going to drink a big smoothie and then put the rest of this smoothie into the freezer and add it to the next one. I am going to pop off some little orange pucks, maybe. Let me go run these under cold water for a second. Yeah, let me do that. I'll be right back. Okay, I overestimated the quantity of yumminess in my blender. So I pulled some out and stuck it right here. And into here, I put in a handful of kale. The oranges looks like they got pretty well blended. So I'm going to go ahead and do another blend. There we go. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I mostly have it where I want it, but I also want to add some of my citrus that I dehydrated. I just love the brightness that that adds. If you don't have citrus that you dried, it's okay. Just make it with what you have on hand. So I'm throwing in 5 oranges, and a lime slice. That should be yummy. Let's go ahead and blend that, and then I think we are going to be ready to have our smoothie. Looks good, right? All right, I just tasted it and I want more citrus. So I am going to throw in another pinch of orange peels and a lime. Actually, those are just dried oranges, and that should be delicious. Let's see what we get here. How is that on the bottom? Pull those down there. And you know what? I think I'm going to add the rest. Oh, no, that's probably too much kale. I'm going to add another handful of kale. Why not? That's how we get our greens in this house. Okay. All right, let's do that. The beauty about a smoothie is you just mix it until you get it to where you like it, using whatever you have on hand, okay? You get a little extra fruit at the food bank, you can't get through it in the week, you know, portion some out for freezing and eat the rest fresh. That's what I do, and then I can have smoothies whenever I want them. Okay, that is perfect to me. Let's take a look at it. There it is. That's plenty of smoothie for my husband and I, plenty of smoothie to freeze some already smoothied fruit, including that. I'll be putting this in little baggies so it's easier to work with. That tastes good to me. Okay, we're going to call this good, people. Let me put it in a glass and then I will show it to you. And here it is, one gorgeous blueberry smoothie. Thank you, Food Bank, for those gorgeous bags of Maine blueberries. Let's taste like real people with a straw. That's good. All right. Okay, I went ahead and made enough smoothie again to fill the blender. And now I'm going to put it in baggies and throw it in my freezer, and I will have a blueberry blend to either drink on its own later or to add it to my smoothies. So I don't want to make a mess because blueberries stain, so I'm going to go to my sink and fill these. I'll probably get 4, I'm guessing. Okay, I actually want you to see how easy this is. So let me bring you down. In my jar, let's see, right here. In my jar, I have a baggie, and then I have my little canning funnel right there. And I just take my spatula and I get it all in there. And then when it looks like, oops, I think I can go ahead and do it this way. Now that looks like it's going to be a mess, right? But now I just lift up, can you see my hands? I just lift up the baggie. The funnel gets it all where it belongs. And then I have a baggie full of blueberry smoothie with very little mess. And I will throw those into my freezer. I'm going to actually lay them flat, and then I'll label them after they're frozen. So let me do that for you. So here we go. Let me bring you down. All right, so I'm just going to use that. And then I'm going to go ahead and lay these nice and flat and kind of smooth, right like that. I have 4 of them. There we go. And next time I make a smoothie, I've already got a nice blueberry blend that I can either re-blend, add some more yummy fruit to, or I can just drink it plain. Okay, there we go. All right, easy, easy, easy. Now, you hear me say this every time. Do not sit down and drink your smoothie until you take care of this. I like to take it over to the sink and get the rim clean, and then I just like to put it on my blender. Do not forget your lid, people. Do not do it. That is an episode of the I Love Lucy show, right? Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm just going to do this real quick. I'm going to turn you off. And I promise you, your time traveling future self is going to love your present self because you now have a beautifully clean blender. I'm just going to turn it over to dry on my tea towel, and I am done. I'm going to sit down and enjoy my smoothie. I hope you guys will make one and enjoy it too. You guys have a great day. My hands are full. I can't seem to turn off the phone. All right, ta-ta.